Good evening, friends. Welcome to your Tuesday night fantasy football today, waiver wire edition, or starter sit, whatever you want to ask us about here on Twitch. Adam Azer, Jamey Eisenberg, and Shraggy B, Ben Schrager here for the next hour, taking all your questions here, so get them in. What's going on? Ben Schrager, you and I wearing, no, not the same color. Here's
We're all kind of in the same group. We're wearing t-shirts.
Is anybody wearing the same shirt they wore this morning 12 hours ago for the podcast?
No.
Nope.
Okay, neither am I. That's
Did you shower between though?
I did not. No, I'm wearing the same exact clothes, different shorts, but yeah.
When's the last time you showered?
I showered yesterday. About 6 p.m.
When's the last time you played Candy Crush?
It's been a long time because my phone's been broken. But what's going on to all the viewers out there? It is Casual Tuesday for sure. Let's get some questions. Bramik says Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That is good stuff. Jamey has never seen The Office, and Ben doesn't even know it exists. Lockett or Amari Cooper, though? That's our first real question. Lockett or Amari Cooper this week?
You got to go Cooper. I mean, I wish it was Lockett. He's just not producing. Unless he plays Arizona, he's not very good.
Yep.
Okay, Cooper it is. From ZB World, pick 3.5 PPR, Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk, Robbie Anderson, Michael Thomas, and DK Metcalf. I think
DK and Thomas.
Yeah.
Who are the others?
Jefferson, Ayuk, Robbie Anderson.
Ayuk would be the third.
Yep.
That kid's on fire.
From Tito Lara 21, are you guys benching James Robinson this week in the playoffs?
That Ravens run defense did not look great on Monday. They're going to be a little tired, and Robinson, it's just been so consistent. It's hard to get away from him. You got to have a really good line. Like, I have a tough choice between Josh Jacobs and James Robinson because I think Jacobs is going to have a big game on Thursday, but it's hard to get away from James Robinson.
Yeah, I'm not benching him.
Let me tell you this. Now, this is kind of a weird stat because if you remove touchdowns from every player, they'd be a lot worse.
Azer stat coming up.
Azer stat, here we go. If you take all the games that Josh Jacobs has not scored a touchdown and just take his PPR and non-PPR fantasy points in those games, he wouldn't be a top 40 running back per game. Like, he's been, of course, you're giving everybody else their touchdown, so it's not fair. But what I'm saying is his yards and his catches are just not that good. So
everybody else gets their touchdowns. You lose your touchdowns. Let's see where you stack up.
What I'm saying is he's touchdown dependent. You don't think of him that way.
Okay, can I give you a little tip when you do these Azer stats?
He's touchdown dependent.
Don't compare him to everybody else. Just say what his numbers are without the touchdowns. It still hammers home the point.
No, what do you mean? I'm saying is he wouldn't be a top 40 running back. That's what.
Okay, but you can't say he's not a top 40 running back, but give everybody else their numbers and you take away his numbers.
I'm making a point that
you're making a stupid point.
No, I'm making the point that if he doesn't score, he doesn't have good games. That's the point. He has actually been pretty bad this year.
So just say that. Don't compare him to everybody else.
Numbers.
Like you're giving them their numbers.
No, I'm saying that what I'm saying is clear. What I'm saying is that when he doesn't score, he's not good.
That's but you just said he would not be a top 40 back, but everybody else gets their touchdowns, but he doesn't.
If you take other running backs that you consider in the top 10 and you take out their touchdown, take Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb doesn't score a touchdown. He does better than Josh Jacobs. Alvin Kamara doesn't score a touchdown. He does better than Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is not good unless he scores.
Take out all of Nick Chubb's touchdowns.
He'd be better than Jacobs.
He's a top what? 30?
Probably top 30.
Okay. So what's the point of that?
The point is he's worse than all the must-start running backs.
Okay, but what I'm saying to you is,
Jamey, I know what you're saying, but
when you do things like this, don't say he's not a top 40 running back because that doesn't make sense.
I do not need tips for how to give statistics. I think
you do.
I don't. I made it very clear. When Josh Jacobs doesn't score, he is worse. Where do you rank this week?
Top 15.
Yeah, I bet you most of the guys that are ranked ahead of him are better than him when they don't score. That's my point. He doesn't get a lot of yards. He has his longest run this year is 24 yards. He hasn't had a good year. He's kind of been a bust. A little disappointing. All right. From Interglobal. Tim Patrick or Marquise Brown, PPR?
Patrick.
Patrick was close. I think Marquise Brown's gonna have a good game against the Jaguars. They stink.
From Strahan Tuck OC, should I drop Kiki QT for T.Y. Hilton?
Yes.
I would, and start Hilton this week.
Yeah, from Pat in Ohio. What is up, fellas?
Sorry, Pat. You guys see Pat's tweet?
No.
Oh, he lost on the safety.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. From Muffin Cakes, McKissick, Jeff Wilson, or Corey Davis? Half PPR.
Wilson if Mostert's out. Davis if Mostert's in.
Yep, agreed.
Who should we be claiming if they're both available? Jeff Wilson or Leonard Fournette?
Jeff Wilson.
Wilson. I don't know what workload Leonard Fournette would get.
And I know we didn't talk about this morning, Adam, but Benny Snell is now second.
Oh, yeah, that's another guy I don't really want to trust. He was pretty Dudley those last 2 games, wasn't he?
He was very good. He only played 2 as a starter. He was
Right.
great in 1 and disappointing in the other.
It was great.
And he has the Bengals this week.
He was great against Baltimore in the Wednesday game. He had 93 total yards. And then he was miserable in the last.
Oh, yeah, you know who wouldn't get 93 total yards?
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
But if you took out all the other touchdowns for every other running back around, then where would he rank?
16 carries, 60 yards, 3 catches for 30. The 3 catches for 33 yards that Benny Snell get. Josh Jacobs usually doesn't get that. That's the thing. Like that.
Very true.
That's why, okay. Anyway, Benny Snell, you're saying Benny Snell ahead of Fournette.
Yes, just because you would expect Benny Snell's workload to be consistent. It's hard to say that they would go to Fournette fully, knowing what just happened, that they made him a healthy scratch.
From Love27.
Plus, but Snell also has the easier matchup.
Yeah. How would you rank these players in non-PPR? Mike Davis versus Green Bay, Ayuk against Dallas, Robert Woods against the Jets, and Raheem Mostert if he plays.
In PPR?
No, non-PPR. Mike Davis, Ayuk. Mike Davis.
Ayuk could be my top.
Mostert. Oh, man, I think Mike Davis would be mine. Green Bay.
Ayuk would be 1. Davis would be 2. Davis doesn't score a lot of touchdowns.
Davis doesn't score a lot of touchdowns.
Catches a lot of passes, but non-PPR, nah.
Everybody scores on the Packers.
And then Woods would be my 3rd. I don't want to touch Mostert in that group.
Ayuk is pretty unstoppable right now. Okay.
If Mostert was 100% healthy, he'd be fantastic, but it's just hard to trust right now.
From ZB World. Oh, already read that one. From Steel Town. Oh, he's telling the guy to start T.Y. Hilton. Okay, maybe I should read these before I say them out loud. Do I play Jalen Hurts or Taysom Hill?
Taysom Hill.
Hill.
From Drock Oval. Dr. Rock Oval. D-Rock Oval. Herbert or Hurts?
Herbert.
I've got Hurts.
I'm very nervous about Justin Herbert, Jamey. Are you? I think the rankings are pretty high on him.
It's the Raiders.
It's the Falcons last week, Mr. Falcon. I don't know. We talked about this on Monday. I wasn't aware of it until after the game, but he is just not throwing the ball downfield since Austin Eckler came back. Dink and dunk, screen pass. That's why T.Y. Hilton's got less than 55 yards in 4 of his last 5 games, 3 of those with Eckler. All right. Keenan Allen. Sorry, saw Hilton in the chat there. Keenan Allen, yeah. All right. Anyway, from SoCal, Godwin or Hilton? See, Hilton.
Yep.
Hilton.
No, I was saying Hilton was in the chat. That's what I meant.
And it's the answer.
And it's the answer? Okay. Mahesh says, hey, Adam, Jamey, and Ben. Mahesh just wants to say hi. He's just here to hang out. Appreciate it.
What's up?
How we doing? All right. Iron Mike. Just done listening to today's podcast for the 2nd time. Oh, how about that? It's very nice of you. I must have liked the toilet humor at the beginning. All right. We need.
And he crushed it.
We need 3 out of these in PPR from Steeltown. Deontay Johnson, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin, Wayne Gallman, Antonio Brown. Deontay, Ayuk, Godwin, Gallman, Antonio Brown.
Deontay, Ayuk, and what's the format?
PPR. Godwin, Gallman, Brown. Who'd you say?
Godwin.
I'll go Gallman over Godwin.
Curiosity. PPR. Aaron Jones or Cam Akers?
It's close. I still stick with Aaron Jones, but it's close.
I get why you want to get away from Aaron Jones, but that matchup against the Panthers, I'm taking that.
Cali Cowboy. Wilson, Herbert, or Hurts? 4 point. Oh, pick 2. Superflex. Wilson, Herbert, Hurts, 4 point per passing touchdown.
Russ and Hurts for me.
Russ and Herbert.
From Wes Cameron, rank these tight ends half PPR. Gronkowski, Ingram, Logan Thomas, Denver tight end, Herb Smith. Gronk, Ingram, Logan Thomas, Denver tight end, Herb Smith.
Gronk, Smith, Ingram, if Rudolph is out.
Gronk, Ingram, Smith. Broncos tight end way below.
From Moxie Motts, Goff or Ryan?
Goff.
Nelson Aguilar, Call Beasley, or Chase Claypool? That's interesting because like Call Beasley is a verb, you know. Chase Claypool, those are sentences. So Aguilar, Beasley, or Claypool? PPR, who are you going with?
If John Brown is out, then Beasley would be the guy. If John Brown is in, then Aguilar would be the guy.
And if we don't know by Thursday, I'm just playing Aguilar.
Okay. From XB1234, Dobbins or Aaron Jones? PPR.
Aaron Jones.
Jones.
McLaurin, Ridley, or AJ Brown in PPR?
Ridley.
Ridley if Julio's out, Brown otherwise.
From Big Jiggly. Oh, that's not Big Jiggly Panda.
Is it Big Jiggly Panda?
I don't know. It just says Big Jiggly.
What if it is Big Jiggly Panda?
Is it? I don't know. Is there a way to find out?
No, he texted me this morning. He got 5th place in both of his leagues. He's done.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys are bros. Big Jiggly says, sit 1, Jacobs, Kareem Hunt, Mike Davis, or Jonathan Taylor. It's standard scoring. Who are we sitting? Jacobs, Hunt, Davis, or Taylor?
Hunt.
That's close between Hunt and Jacobs, but I'll sit Hunt too.
Leaf Lettuce says Tannehill or Big Ben, or get crazy and pick up and play Jalen Hurts.
Tannehill.
From 33, King David 33, McKissick or Godwin in a flex?
In non-PPR, it's Godwin. In PPR, half PPR, it's McKissick.
It is actually half PPR.
I'll take McKissick.
Okay. I get the sense we're not really loving the Bucks receivers this week.
It's just not. It's hard to love Godwin. He's been so disappointing.
That's what Chris said the other day. But before last week, he had 15 PPR points, 3 straight games, 15 or more.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, with the finger getting the pin placed in, hopefully, you know, he shook that off and he's better this week. But it's not a slam dunk.
Wasn't that weeks ago?
No, he had the pin placed during the bye week, so he had missed practice for 2 days last week.
Oh, well, he missed.
Sorry, pin removed.
Okay.
Pin removed.
He had the pin removed. All right, he had it removed. He's fine. He's good. Okay, Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
Jackson.
Lamar.
No, finally, Ben. All those teams you had that missed the playoffs with Lamar Jackson.
Yes, all my Lamar Jackson shares.
Yeah.
Paying off in the consolation bracket.
I'm so interested to see if how many teams have Lamar Jackson right now? How many have Christian McCaffrey? Like, gosh, Christian McCaffrey.
I have of my what am I down to? 11 playoff teams left. I have Lamar in one that had a bye, but I had been playing Justin Herbert most of the season. So going back to Lamar this week. And then McCaffrey, in the 2 leagues I have McCaffrey, I have him handcuffed with Davis, but I've advanced in one, buying another. Advanced in both. I played last week both.
So you're saying you're getting Lamar Jackson at the right time?
I'm getting Lamar Jackson at the right time, and you know I've been okay with McCaffrey.
Okay. All right. So I asked people on Twitter who's the biggest bust this year, not including players who were injured. We got the Mark Ingram, Zeke. I feel like Zeke is going to win.
Zeke or Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, Zeke is probably going to.
What did Le'Veon's ADP end up?
Was
like 3rd round?
Yeah, but I mean that's circumstantial because he got traded.
Newton.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was.
CEH is a good call. Yeah.
I thought Akers up until the last 2 weeks.
I mean, but he was like a 5th or a 6th round pick, wasn't he?
Yeah, CH is a good call. Zeke is a good call. Lamar Jackson.
Pretty big bust.
Huh?
Yeah, Zeke is the fan favorite right now.
I mean, Mark Andrews has been bad. Ertz has been bad. Just in terms of where they were relative to their position.
Miles Sanders has been bad.
But he was hurt though.
A little bit too much injury there. People were saying DJ Chark. If I'm talking about the biggest bust in fantasy, it's got to be like a 1st or 2nd round pick, I think. So it's Zeke and CEH, I think, are the good ones there.
But again, it's one of those things where like, is Zeke a bust because of him, or is he a bust because of everything around him?
No, it's definitely because of everything around him, because he was the number 2 running back before Dak got hurt. At least you had that. He got you off to a great start. Edwards-Helaire, actually week 1, he was great. But after that, I'm not sure. Who's ahead? Who's ranked ahead?
He's still probably going to finish as a top 15 running back, though.
I wonder who scored. Who do you think has scored more fantasy points in PPR, Zeke or CEH?
CEH. Zeke's gone that whole stretch without catching passes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Zeke is number 7, and CEH is not in the top 10.
Is he really still that high?
Crazy.
About that. Way to beat me to it, Schrager.
So those Instagram graphics, top 10s. Got them all right here.
All right, let's get some more questions here. From Clark's. Diggs, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, and Allen Robinson in PPR. Who am I sitting? Diggs, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown, Allen Robinson.
I hate to say it, but I'm sitting A.J. Brown.
I'm sitting Diggs, but it's a tough decision.
I'm sitting Keenan Allen. Why A.J. Brown?
Those other guys just catch more passes.
That they do. Why Diggs, Ben?
I think if John Brown returns, Diggs' target share will go down a little bit. But
Okay.
picking hairs at this point.
From Dub Vrugger. Should I drop Raheem Mostert for Jeff Wilson?
If we find out that he's out, I guess you have to make that decision tonight.
Tonight.
No.
Really?
Drop somebody else.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm doing it if you can't drop anyone else, because I don't think I'm playing Mostert if they're both playing, but I do want to play Jeff Wilson if Mostert's out.
Right, that's what I was going to say. Are you going to play Mostert if he plays? Are you going to start him? Ben says no. Jamey, what do you think?
If they say Mostert's healthy enough to play against Dallas, I'm going to play him.
Okay, and pick 2 out of these 3. Juju Smith-Schuster, T.Y. Hilton, and Tyler Lockett. Juju, Hilton, Lockett.
Hilton and Lockett.
Yep.
From Simplistic Grace, Aguilar, Claypool, QT, rank them.
QT, Aguilar, Claypool.
Aguilar, QT, Claypool.
Brandon Cook's expected to play this week, so that is terrific news. DJ
Might
Moore.
be better for QT, as we saw 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. DJ Moore, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Clyde in non-PPR, Moore in PPR.
I'll take Clyde in both.
From Ziska, Patriots, Titans, or Cardinals this week? EST.
Patriots.
Yeah, the Pats.
In Bill I trust versus rookie QB.
Okay, and from 194, pick 2 of these 3. Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, A.J. Brown.
Sitting Terry.
Yep.
From Bramick 26, pick 2 in PPR. Ronald Jones, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jeff Wilson, Deontay Johnson, and Cam Akers. Ronald Jones, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jeff Wilson, Deontay Johnson, Cam Akers, pick 2.
The last 2.
Yep.
Okay. So if Mostert's out, you would start Akers over Wilson?
Yes.
But I would start Wilson over Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, what's your trust level in Deontay Johnson right now?
I mean, Mike Tomlin said he hopes that the benching helped him. So, I'm hoping that's the case as well. They can't afford to sit him at this point. I mean, it's just so stupid.
Yeah, they really needed him. They were missing him for sure. I mean, you need somebody to catch 1 out of every 3 passes for 10 yards, but they did seem to miss him when he was off the field. Okay. You guys going to start T.Y. Hilton over Tyler Lockett?
Yes.
Yep.
Curly's on fire says Antonio Gibson if he plays, Jeff Wilson, or Juju, DJ Moore, Tyler Lockett. Who would you go with?
Wilson if Mostert's out. I can't imagine Gibson's going to be healthy, so it's going to be tough to fully buy in with a turf toe injury. And I would expect him not to play.
So then it was Juju, DJ Moore, and Lockett. Who's your favorite there?
Moore.
Lockett.
I mean, Juju's got the Bengals too. Those are good options. You know, there are going to be a lot of good options this week. Good teams remaining. From Neclo, Baker Mayfield, Mitchell Trubisky, Matt Ryan. Who are you going with? Mayfield, Trubisky, Ryan.
Mitch.
The one you thought you'd be going with all along. Trubisky.
James Robinson or no, that can't be right. I don't get that question. Okay, how would you rank? We already did that one. From Clue, do I really consider Jalen Hurts or Trubisky over Ben Roethlisberger?
I would. Both.
I like Hurts over him.
You love Hurts this week.
I do. It's not a bad matchup at all, and I do think he's going to be running maybe not for 100 yards, but over 50 yards for sure.
They've allowed 5 of the last 7 quarterbacks to go for 35 or more yards on the ground. So the Cardinals have.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the case.
Schrager likes Hurts so much he's going to rent a car by the end of the show.
Wow.
You're not even old enough to rent a car, Schrager.
In some states.
All right. Oh, Mahesh has a question. Pick 2. Jacobs, Miles Sanders, Swift, and Akers.
Akers and Jacobs.
Akers and Sanders.
What if Jacobs doesn't score, Jamey?
Then he'll be a top 40 back compared to everybody else who are allowed to have their touchdowns.
Not a top 40 back. Not a top 40
world.
back. All right. I'm going to scroll down and get some fresh cues here. Some fresh cues. Okay. Let's see. Good questions today. Keep them coming. We got another 40 minutes. We've got from Jonesboro in all caps. Should I start Claypool, Godwin, AB over Josh Jacobs?
No.
No.
Pick 2 of these 3 from Dub Rugger in a 2 QB league. Big Ben, Tua, and Trubisky.
Not Tua.
Not Tua.
Fantasy football 10-12. Pick 1. Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, or David Montgomery.
Jones.
Oh, man, those are tough calls, huh?
I'm going to sit Jones.
No, he picked 1. Did you say pick 1 or 2? Pick 1. Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, or Montgomery.
Oh, Taylor, easy.
Against Houston. Okay.
He's on fire.
He is. From Hayes, should I bench Russell Wilson for anyone outside the top 5 in PPR?
I guess it depends on what top 5 you're looking at. I mean, you could be looking at somebody's top 5 that has Jalen Hurts in their top 4. Who knows?
I'm benching for Lamar Jackson, so.
Okay. From Seep 3, pick 2. Dobbins, Zeke, and Gallman.
Dobbins and Gallman.
Dobbins and Zeke.
Zeke. Okay, from Ace, pick 2. Connor, Ronald Jones, Gallman, and DeAndre Washington. Half PPR. Connor, Ronald Jones, Gallman, Washington.
Gallman and Ronald Jones.
Rojo if he plays. Sitting Washington no matter what.
All right, so then Connor would be 3rd. Connor's hurt, so he may not play. So pick up Benny Snell.
Drop Washington and pick up Snell or Wilson.
From JJ, Mitchell Trubisky or Ryan Tannehill?
Tannehill.
From Dirty 09, pick 2. Eckler, Dobbins, Jacobs.
Eckler and Jacobs.
Eckler, Jacobs.
SoCal 27, Dynasty or DST rather, San Francisco or Green Bay?
Green Bay.
I'll go San Francisco against the Cowboys.
Cali Cowboy says Azer cringe. I don't know that he probably wrote that a while ago, so I don't know what I was cringing for. But
probably your own stats.
Josh Jacobs sucks. That's my stat. Josh Jacobs is very disappointing. I really thought he was going to have like a fantasy MVP type of year. Not in the cards. All right, from Zines, Jeff Wilson, Chase Claypool, T. Higgins, Rashad Higgins, Russell Gage, PPR. All right, Wilson's going to be the answer. But if he's, if Mostert plays, Claypool, T. Higgins, Rashard Higgins, or Gage?
Rashard.
I'll go with Gage.
All right, pick 3 from T.G. Heller. Lockett, Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Hilton, Mike Davis. It's half PPR. Lockett, Thielen, Justin Jefferson, Hilton, Mike Davis.
I'll go Davis and the Vikings guys.
I'll go Davis, Thielen, and Hilton.
Okay. Deshaun Watson or Tom Brady?
Brady in 6 points for passing touchdowns. Watson in 4.
Brady and PPR, Watson. Brady and everything.
From Brawl, Kirk Cousins or Jalen Hurts, 4-point per passing touchdown league?
Hurts.
From Ethan, pick 2 to start. Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Ayuk, Nyheim Hines, Chase Claypool. Probably going to be 2 of the first 3, right? Or no, first 4. Cooper,
Hilton,
Kupp,
Ayuk.
Hilton, Ayuk for you. So over Kupp and Cooper.
Yep.
You said Hilton and Ayuk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Really? It's like going with Hilton over Cooper. That's interesting. Or Kupp. Like everybody's.
Hilton's on fire right now, and he dominates the Texans. That secondary's a joke.
Amari Cooper's on fire.
Not to that level.
Yeah, no, I guess not to that level, but all right. Marquise Brown, Brandon Cooks, or a waiver wire wide receiver flex?
Hilton if he's a waiver wire wide receiver.
Yeah.
Cooks otherwise.
You're going to start Hilton over Cooks?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
What more do you need to see?
Well, I need to see more than 3 games. I like.
And you're not going to be in the playoffs anymore.
No, I like him, or I like T.Y. Hilton, but you're starting him over Amari Cooper. You're starting him over Brandon Cooks. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: would you rather have Hilton the way he's playing right now, taking on the Texans defense, who he just beat up 2 games ago for 25 points?
Yeah.
Or Cooper potentially getting shadowed by Sherman, or struggling with Sherman in that matchup?
It's close. I think I'd take Brandon Cooks over both of them. But, it's fine. I get it. I get the hype. I get the buzz with T.Y. Hilton. He's had a miserable year, though, up until recently. If
What
it weren't
have you
the
done
Texans,
for me lately?
I guess so. If it weren't the Texans, though, it'd be harder.
If you take out Hilton's touchdowns and you just put him compared to everybody else with their touchdowns, then he would be a top 6.
He is playing over his head lately. Okay, like his last 3 games, he's playing over his head a little bit. Like he's got
It'll probably continue though. It's the Texans. He
I hope
dominates
so.
them. They don't have a secondary.
I like T.Y. Hilton. Hey, start him. You can call me Trace. Pick 2: Godwin, Hopkins, Robbie Anderson. PPR. Godwin, Hopkins, Robbie Anderson.
Hopkins and Anderson.
Yep.
Big Sherm, Eckler or James Robinson. Half PPR.
Eckler.
I'll go Robinson.
See, Eckler doesn't have to score to be great.
It's true.
It's true.
True.
Yeah. It's like 140 total yards basically every game he's played with Herbert.
Except 2 games ago.
Right. I said basically, yes. Popeye 66. Half
Jacobs
PPR.
gets great numbers every time Richie Incognito's on the field.
Who does?
Josh Jacobs, every time Richie Incognito plays, he gets
Well,
good
he's
numbers.
not going to be on the field.
Right. So there you go. If
From
you give him his
Popeye,
touchdowns with Richie Incognito, he's a top 10 running back.
You got to score. He actually is a top 10 running back. He's 10th in non-PPR. He's 13th in PPR this year per game. Half PPR, pick 3. Akers, Swift, Edwards-Helaire, Deontay Johnson, Jeff Wilson. Did I answer this one already? Akers, Swift, Edwards-Helaire, Deontay, and Wilson. Pick 3.
Need 3?
Yeah, half PPR.
Akers, Wilson if he gets the job, and Swift. Deontay if Mostert plays.
Agreed.
Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins? Correct.
Kirk.
Kirk, I can't play Ryan.
From Donald Biden, 2015. Okay, he needs let's set his whole lineup. Big Ben or Jalen Hurts?
Hurts.
Pick 2, Gibson, Miles Sanders, Drake, Connor.
Sanders and Drake.
Yep.
Pick 2 wide receivers, Metcalf, Ridley. Just start them. Pick a flex. Gibson, Connor, Claypool, Juju, Gabriel Davis, T. Higgins, Rashard Higgins.
Juju.
Yeah, Juju, assuming Gibson doesn't play.
And Logan Thomas or Gronk?
Gronk.
And he said he's going to give us 25 cool internet points. So let's see those internet points, Donald.
Can you use those toward Candy Crush?
I actually don't play much Candy Crush anymore, Jamey. I have grown up. But I have completed almost 3,000 levels of Candy Crush over the last 2 years.
Wow. Hope your butt's okay.
And it's all gone. Lost it all on my phone. It's all gone. I heard that. Funny joke. From Clark. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Drake Dobbins in PPR. Edwards-Helaire, Drake Dobbins. Who am I sitting?
CEH.
Sitting Clyde.
From Ace. Yeah, Connor and no, you're gonna go with this silly question. But injuries are gonna determine this one.
Thanks, Ace.
I should have said it was a silly question. I should just read it. Half PPR, pick 2. Connor, Ronald Jones, Gallman, Washington.
Ronald Jones and Gallman.
Yep.
And from Jay Bucks, do you trust Amari Cooper against the 49ers?
Yes.
Yeah, wide receiver 2.
Not as much as I trust T.Y. Hilton, though.
Apparently not, from what I understand. Okay. Akers or Sanders, PPR?
Akers.
Sanders.
Got a lot of questions today. A lot of questions. Let's get a Twitch poll going.
Oh, what do you want,
Let's
Adam?
get a T.Y. Hilton Twitch poll. What do you think? T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Cooks,
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. Put the matchups in there.
You
Remind me of those
That might not help
matchups.
your cause.
T.Y. Hilton's Houston. Amari Cooper's San Francisco. Who was the other one? Brandon
Cooks has
Indy.
Indy, right. That makes sense because T.Y. Hilton has Houston. From Speedy 5841. Deshaun, I'm not gonna laugh, actually. Deshaun Watson or Jared Goff? That's very interesting.
I originally, when I did my rankings, I had Goff higher, but I still play Watson.
I am too.
Okay. Let's see. From Wes, pick a DST. It says for next week. Now, you gotta give me the matchups. I don't know next week. If it's for this week, Saints, Rams, Texans, Bills, 49ers, Dolphins.
I want the Rams. I don't care who they're playing.
Bills.
They're playing the Jets.
I'll take them against Denver.
You go over the Rams against the Jets?
Oh, this week?
Get out of here.
Yeah. Rams are the number 1 DST.
For next week, you want to go ahead, Strager. You want to give it for next week?
I already forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. From Andrew, T.Y. Hilton or Tyler Lockett?
T.Y.
Yep.
Okay. From Popeye.
But that could be either guy.
Actually, I already read this one.
Adam, why don't you take a peek at the Twitch poll?
I voted for T.Y. Hilton, so you guys already bullied me. So T.Y. Hilton is crushing it. I should. Can I change my vote? No, I can't. I already voted. I locked into Hilton. Jeez, he has 84%. Okay, Hilton it is. Do you trust the Browns defense against the Giants? Yes, I trust the Browns defense against.
Do you think Cole McCoy is going to play? Daniel Jones did not look right.
He wasn't right. He started 24 games. This was the first time he did not scramble once. Can you imagine? He didn't scramble once. Joe
How disappointed were you in that game?
I knew it was going to happen. I've had a crap week. My phone broke. I lost all my pictures. The Hurricanes got their asses kicked. The Hurricanes basketball team lost as 18-point favorites. There was no chance in hell that the Giants were going to win. I knew it. So, yeah, I was pretty disappointed, though. But he wasn't healthy. And I also read that Sterling Shepard and Darius Slayton were both bottom 10 in separation last week. That's what they had. They have the worst receivers. It's just awful. Yes, we trust the Browns. Bears or Dolphins this week, DST?
Dolphins.
From Reed.
I'm so fascinated by that game because
Pat's game? Pat's Dolphins?
Yeah, just because, I mean, there's not going to be high scoring. I just want to see I'm curious to see which defense is going to play better.
I have a question, Jamey. If you're not wearing the same shirt you were wearing this morning, why are you wearing a collared shirt? Why is it so formal?
It's a shirt I wore on HQ, so I was wearing my undershirt after I got home from work, so I just put the shirt back on top of it.
Yeah, but isn't that what you wore this morning on this podcast?
I wore a different shirt.
A different collared shirt for the podcast?
I wore the shirt I wore yesterday on FFT. It was just lying around. So I grabbed it.
There we go.
But I wear the shirts on FFT for just the hour. So I put it on when I get to the office. I take it off when I get home. I try to wear it twice before I take it to a dry cleaner. So that's my justification of it.
So what's dirtier then? The shirt that Jamey wears for like 2 total hours, but he leaves the house and he goes into an office with people, or the shirt I wear for 12 hours, but never leave the house?
But how many Candy Crush games?
0 Candy Crush games.
There's probably a good chance that you see more people in your house than I see in the office.
I don't know, but I do have Jeremy kids around. So okay.
I walk. So the way that our new setup is, Adam, which you have yet to see, and well, Ben hasn't either. So we have a new entrance to the building. I walk past the security guard. Our studio, the fantasy studio, is the first door right past the security guard. And I walk in there, and it's hit or miss if somebody else comes in now because Dave and Heath are staying home.
There's like a door there? There's not a big open set anymore?
No, we are downstairs.
We're downstairs?
Yes, we took over the downstairs part of the building.
Oh my gosh, that's great. I hated going up the stairs. And you know what? Everybody would shame me for taking the elevator. I don't have to do.
You took the elevator?
Of course I took the elevator.
You are the laziest human being ever.
I got like arthritic knees or something like that. Of course I took the elevator.
So I saw today I saw more people because I walked around a little bit, but usually there's a good chance. Like yesterday I walked in and there was nobody there. Because
I love that we're on the first floor. I can't wait. Do we also have to
come down anymore?
Do we also have the second floor still?
Everything on the second floor is still the same.
Okay, I got you.
Except there's no more studio in the middle of the office.
Hey, by the way, signing day is tomorrow. Make sure you're watching CBS Sports HQ from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bam, bam, bam. Signings, sleepers, interviews. It's going to be awesome. Great stuff. Great show lined up. Check it out.
Yeah,
All right.
FFT.
Back to no FFT. Oh, no video. Podcast exists. Hines, Claypool, or Curtis Samuel? Did we answer that? I'm sorry.
No.
Hines, Claypool, Curtis Samuel.
Non-PPR, I'll go Samuel. PPR, I'll go Samuel.
What about half?
I'll go Samuel.
Does it matter if DJ Moore plays?
No. I think that helps him with some carries.
Yeah.
Curtis Samuel is emerging. From Dre Play.
That was a year too soon.
Akers or Hunt? Yeah, I guess so. Akers or Hunt?
Akers.
From Ryan Geek 101. Akers or Carson?
Akers.
From Half Face. Trubisky or Hurts?
Oh man, I've gone back and forth on this one. I'm gonna go with Hurts.
From I Got Flavor 311. Robert Woods, is he a must start with a potential blowout?
The Jets are so bad. You got to buy into it. Must start? No. Start? Yes.
Top 15 wide
They
receiver.
are unbelievably bad against the pass. It's just wild. And if this game comes down to a Hail Mary, that would be really good news for the Rams. Pick 2 from Cali Cowboy. Taylor, Dobbins, Hunt.
Taylor and Dobbins.
Now, the Giants are really bad against pass-catching running backs, which Hunt hasn't always been. He was last week. So they give the second most receiving yards.
I think the thing you got to hope for is that the Giants offense shows up. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
But the other part of that is, though, that Hunt can get some garbage time work.
What should I do Sunday night? The game's at 8:20. We start our show at 9. And that sometimes at 8, they'll be at 9 o'clock this week. And I usually watch the beginning and then I DVR the rest and I watch later. But like, what do I do? Do I just leave it on while I'm doing the podcast? Do I DVR? Like, I don't know. Because Heath's going to ruin it for me. Or I'm going to see a score as I'm like going through this. I don't know. It's going to be a really tough decision.
It's an interesting week. We got 3 games Saturday? 2 games Saturday?
2 Saturday, yeah.
So 1 Thursday, 2 Saturday?
1 Thursday. On Saturday, we have Buffalo, Denver, and Carolina, Green Bay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. From Dre Play, Akers or Hunt? We're set Akers on that one. From Jay Korn, Ebron or Goddard? PPR.
I'm gonna go Ebron.
Go Ebron. 5+ targets in 6 straight games.
Oh, it's good.
And the Bengals, they stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awful.
Pick a running back. McKissick, Washington, Bowden. PPR.
McKissick.
What a weird game McKissick had. And does the
They have to be trailing.
matter? Yeah, they will be trailing. That's good news. Does the quarterback matter though? What if it's Haskins?
I think if they're trailing, it's going to still be McKissick. Like, especially with you got to be thrilled that he got those carries too.
Yeah. From Thundar the Barbarian, Breeze or Hurts or Taysom Hill?
Hill.
I'll take the Saints quarterback.
From Popeye 66, half PPR pick 3. Akers, Swift, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Deontay Johnson, Jeff Wilson. Akers, Swift, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Deontay Johnson, Jeff Wilson.
I feel like you asked this one already.
I think I did. We're gonna keep going then. Sorry. All right. Cup or Robbie Anderson or Cam Akers?
Akers.
Vic or Ryan? Always good. Always fun. Let's get to Score Bob. Cam Akers over. Yes, you should start Cam Akers over Dobbins. If Antonio Gibson plays, would you start Cam Akers or Gibson?
Akers.
Still going Akers.
I don't get this one. Oh. If Jamey gets dropped due to technical difficulties, call it a Lamar.
Cramps or pooping?
Can we make that a Twitch poll, Ben?
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, cramps or poops, however you want to phrase it.
I mean, he had cramps. Give the guy a break.
Oh, now he says it.
No, it was funny at the time.
Let's see what the people say.
The fact that he dunked on Paul Pierce is the best part of that, though.
I don't get that though. Explain that to me.
You don't remember when Paul Pierce was carried off the court?
Yeah, I do.
And then 2 minutes later, he came running back on and everything was fine? It looked like he was dead?
I do remember that.
Pierce admitted that he pooped himself.
Oh, that would happen? Oh, he pooped himself?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why he was in a wheelchair, because he had crap in his pants.
Ew. Oh, gross. Ew. All right. What did Lamar have? Cramps or poops? I'm going to vote for cramps. I'm just going to be honest. Poops is running away with it. All right. Dobbins or Mike Davis?
Did you get the joke I texted you, by the way?
I don't remember.
So you lost your phone. I texted you something. You said,
"Who's that?" Was very funny. Yes, I got it.
So you texted me, "Who's this?" And you said, "Should I put you in my phone as 8:15?" Since that's all I ever tell you is we got to do the podcast at 8:15. So I said, "I have you in my phone as the peeping eyes."
Yeah, it was very funny. It's good. Robbie Anderson or Curtis Samuel?
Robbie
Anderson.
Pick 2, half PPR. Jefferson, Ayuk.
Anderson.
Jefferson, Ayuk, or Robbie Anderson?
Ayuk.
Stragger, you seen The Matrix?
Nope.
Oh my God! Come on.
Pretty good. Very good. Dr. Detroit, Hunter Henry or Logan Thomas?
I'm going Logan at this point.
Yeah, I can't trust Henry.
From Quigs, Ayuk or Ridley? Who has more upside?
Ridley.
I think Ayuk has more upside, but Ridley, I think, has a better floor.
Yeah, are you worried about Carlton Davis?
I am a little bit.
Yeah,
I am, but I think Ridley's been so good; it's hard to get away from him.
All right, come on, cramps, catch up here. 43% for cramps, 57% for poops. I love the all caps, by the way. Very, very nice touch there. Young Blanche needs 2 running backs and a flex. Miles Sanders, Josh Jacobs, Cam Akers, and J.K. Dobbins. Pick 2 of them. Sanders, Jacobs, Akers, Dobbins.
Sanders, Akers.
Over Jacobs.
Akers, Jacobs for me. Do another poll.
Jacobs doesn't score a touchdown.
Is Candy Crush the best game to play on the toilet? Yes or correct?
What do you do on the toilet, Jamey? What are your habits?
I just go to the bathroom.
Sick bastard. Okay. I wasn't saying that I play Candy Crush there. I was just saying
that's exactly what you said.
I was joking.
That was a total admission on your part.
No, it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't. Okay, so we're going Jacobs and Akers, or we're going Sanders and Akers. Now we need a flex. Is it the other running back, Terry McLaurin, or Brandon Ayuk?
Oh, Ayuk.
It's the other running back for me.
Interesting.
How high do you have Ayuk this week, Jamie?
Around 10.
Wow.
And you have Ridley ahead of him.
I have Ridley ahead of him.
Do you have Hilton ahead of him?
I have Ayuk, Hilton back-to-back in that order.
Okay. Thial Dorian, I don't know, something like that. Pick 2 in PPR: Dobbins, James Robinson, Akers, and David Montgomery.
The last 2.
Yep.
Isn't it amazing how Montgomery's become a league winner?
Completely.
Like, if you were to start this team, you potentially could. You could potentially have, I guess Lamar Jackson would be the quarterback of a guy who's been disappointing. Montgomery and Akers as your running backs. Hilton and who's another receiver who's been disappointing that's come on lately?
Amari Cooper, I don't know.
Marvin Jones?
No, not this week. Nobody likes Marvin Jones this week, I assume, right?
No.
Landry wasn't good early.
Landry, that's a good call. Yep. So Hilton and Landry. And then
Mike Gesicki now this week now. Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah. Okay, questions from Dr. Detroit. Sit a running back, Carson, Robinson, or Montgomery?
I'm sitting Robinson, but I'm probably in the minority there.
I'll sit Carson. Yeah, Robinson's my favorite of the group.
Should I add, this is from Ryan or 1, add Higgins, Curtis Samuel, or Akers? You gotta add Akers. Mike Gesicki or Noah Fant from SD and HD TV?
I mean, one guy can't lift his arm and the other guy can't stop puking.
Yeah, well, if they both play, who'd you go with?
It's hard to get away from Gesicki because Noah, thank you.
Yep.
From If253, Adam, stop ignoring my question. Okay, let's go to the next one. No, I'll read it, fine. PPR, pick 1. Hayden Hurst, Jonnu Smith, Jordan Reed, Dalton Schultz, Cole Kmet, Irv Smith.
Irv.
What if Rudolph plays?
Kmet.
Do we have a coin to flip somewhere?
5-sided die. What's the 5-sided die game? Dungeons and Dragons? Or is it 6-sided?
That's just a dice.
Ben, how many sides in the Dungeons and Dragons dice?
You think I know that?
Yeah, I do. You played D&D.
No chance.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Savon Ahmed or Jeff Wilson?
Wilson, even if Ahmed plays.
And then rank these 3 in PPR. McLaurin, Landry, Corey Davis. McLaurin, Landry, Corey Davis.
Reverse order. No. Davis, McLaurin, Landry.
You're going back to Corey Davis?
Still my favorite.
I'm going back to Corey Davis, yeah.
All right. And Vikings DST or Browns?
Browns.
Yep.
From Ethan, T.Y. Hilton, Brandon Ayuk, or J.D. McKissick?
Ayuk.
From JT, he says, instead of start to, he wrote shart to. Hopkins, Godwin, QT, or Robert Woods? Half PPR. Hopkins, Godwin, QT, or Robert Woods?
The first and the last.
Hopkins and
Woods.
Okay. I don't know how Jamey got so mature all of a sudden, didn't laugh at shart. From Neklo, Galladay or Marvin Jones or Dobbins or T. Higgins? Full PPR.
God, I wish Galladay was playing.
It's Dobbins.
Daniel were playing, yeah.
I don't care.
How is J.K. Dobbins is definitely going to score.
Yeah, he may be part of the week. I haven't decided yet.
Oh, wow. Okay, that'd be fun. That'd be very risky. It's week 15. You sure you want to do that? You know what? You should go
to wide receiver week 15.
David Montgomery. Oh, T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton. How is he not your start of the week?
Yeah, I was thinking Ayuk though.
Oh, that's a better one. Go with him. But T.Y. sound okay. All right, we got some good options here. All right, from SoCal, PPR Keeper League. Who will you keep for a first rounder? Derrick Henry or Devontae Adams in PPR?
Whew. Probably Adams.
I'll go Henry.
Okay, Dobbins or Mike Davis? This question has been asked 6 times. I believe I've read it before, but
Davis.
Mike
Davis.
Do you feel comfortable starting both Dobbins and Marquise Brown?
No, but I mean, you would have been okay with it if you started him last night.
Which DST should I go with this week? Browns, Dolphins, Seahawks.
I like the Dolphins, but I could see the Browns.
Browns.
Not the Seahawks.
No, not.
Okay.
I mean, they're fine, but the other two are better.
Okay. Patriots or Seahawks this week?
Patriots.
From
I'll go with the Seahawks.
Bad Moon Rising 101. Pick 2, PPR. Ayuk, Michael Thomas, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown and Thomas.
Ayuk and Thomas. No, Brown and Thomas. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, how much are you going to downgrade Ayuk if they announce CJ Beathard is going to start?
Not at all.
Couldn't tell you the difference.
No, you know what? Like, I think I saw that Nick Mullins has thrown for 200 yards in every start he's made, at least 200
He
yards.
has a ton of passing yards.
Yeah, he does. That's the thing. He's good at that. He's just bad at scoring, and the turnovers are just horrible for him.
There's nobody else there, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. All right. So Rashard Higgins or Curtis Samuel?
Samuel.
From Funky 4 fan. I survived losing Christian McCaffrey and Gibson and benching Sanders. I'm starting Sanders and Akers this week, but I need a flex if Gibson doesn't play. Will it be Chad Hansen, Damian Harris, Peyton Barber, or Lynn Bowden, or Gronkowski? And this is half PPR. Chad Hansen, Damian Harris, Peyton Barber. Word poops just popped up on my feed. Poops won with 64% of the vote. Chad Hansen, Damian Harris, Peyton Barber, Lynn Bowden, Gronkowski. Who would you start?
There's 2 guys, but it's contingent. If Brandon Cooks is out, I would start Hansen. If all the Dolphins are out, I would start Bowden.
Okay.
Yep.
And if the entire NFL is out, I would start Peyton Barber.
If the entire NFL is out, then Josh Jacobs would be a top 5 running back.
Not if he doesn't
Without the
score.
touchdowns.
Brady or Herbert?
Brady.
Herbert.
All right, let's scroll down. We got 5 minutes left here. Man, we answered a lot of questions today. If all of them play, who should I start in half PPR? Curtis Samuel, DJ Moore, or James Conner?
More.
More.
Okay. From Karthik. Cooper Kupp, Cam Akers, Edwards-Helaire, Kenyon Drake, J.D. McKissick. Sit 1. Kupp, Cam, Edwards-Helaire, Drake, McKissick. Half PPR.
McKissick sits.
I'll sit Clyde. Oh, half PPR? McKissick.
Yeah. Lynn Bowden or Curtis Samuel?
Curtis.
I like Bowden.
Connor, Gordon, Beasley, Kiki, Duke Johnson. Pick 2. Connor, Gordon, Beasley, Kiki, QT, Duke Johnson. Half PPR.
Beasley and you said Gordon?
Connor, Gordon, Kiki, Duke Johnson.
Gordon and you said Beasley, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Gordon and Beasley.
I'll go Connor and Beasley if Connor plays.
I thought you guys were going to go with Kiki QT over Connor and Gordon. No?
Well, I mean, Gordon has to play too. He's dealing with the shoulder injury. Adam, did you make the playoffs in the flex league?
No, I came in 7th, of course. I think I came in 7th or 8th. My team, I mean, too many injuries and horrible players. But McCaffrey and Kittle were my first 2 picks.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucked. You know what's funny about that league? Just the way it goes sometimes. I picked Brandon Cooks over Michael Gallup. and I hated it. I was so mad at myself. Heath made fun of me. I made fun of myself. It was like, what a bad pick. How do I pick Brandon Cooks over Michael Gallup? And it just goes to show you, these things, you just don't know how they're going to work out. But I remember that pick being, in my mind, is just like horrible.
I remember I was mad at you in that draft for taking Darrell Henderson.
And Darius Slayton, yeah. The thing, Henderson actually was a fine pick for where you got him.
Yeah.
Throughout the year. Joey Bosa or Chase Young? I don't think that is an IDP question necessarily. Maybe it is.
I have both in an IDP league, which is very nice. Chase Young helped me beat Chris Towers in that league this week. I think you go with Bosa taking on the Raiders, but both guys are top tier defensive linemen. Chase Young's an animal right now.
Yeah. He's pretty good. Who is the guy on I can't even remember the guy on my team that is really good, and he plays defensive line, and he's one of the few guys who gets a lot of tackles on the defensive line, and his name is Sam Hubbard.
He's good.
In an IDP league, Sam Old Mother Hubbard.
You and I are representing Team CBS as we take on Team Athletic, the two underdogs.
You and me?
Yeah, you're taking on the 1 seed. I got the 2 seed. You have David Ganos as a contributor for them, and I have their fantasy guru.
I like my squad, dude. If I can get a good game from Taysom Hill, I like my squad.
I had actually a chance. It would have been tough on points, but to catch Jake for the second spot. But I lost to Adam Pfeiffer, who you just beat, of the fantasy Fade the Noise Network. You beat him in the semifinals, but he beat me by like a couple points in the game where Derek Carr had a donut.
Oh, that's a bummer.
If Carr had scored like 5 points, I beat him.
All right, I'm going to read a few more emails here just to finish. As of right now, I have Dalvin Cook and Chris Carson. So pick a flex: Cam Akers, DeAndre Swift, J.K. Dobbins, and Raheem Mostert.
Akers is the greatest fantasy team ever.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We got to get a song going. Cam Akers is the pick for me, something like that. We got to get a Green Acres.
No way.
Parody. Oh yeah, Green Acres, man. Green Acres. I've never seen Green Acres, but I know.
I saw it as a kid. It was funny.
Was it? Okay. Pick 3: Josh Jacobs, James Robinson, Miles Sanders, and Cam Akers is the pick for me.
I would say Sanders here, but if you want to say sit Jacobs to make it easy, we can do it.
I'll sit Jacobs.
How about Kiki QT, Jeff Wilson, Tyler Boyd, Nelson Aguilar, or Lynn Bowden at flex?
Wilson if Mostert's out.
Yeah, and if not, Aguilar is a Thursday game, right? So you might maybe just wait for QT.
I'm going to hold off.
You get an idea by Thursday if Mostert doesn't practice Wednesday or Thursday. So.
Yeah, and I think you could pivot to QT, right? Over Boyd and Bowden. Maybe Bowden, depending on the situation.
I'd go QT if you don't want to play Aguilar.
SoCal, thank you for your comment. I'm glad you're the top dog in 2 leagues. And T.Y. Hilton or J.D. McKissick?
Hilton.
Start of the week, baby.
Haley or Jesse?
Wow.
That's mean. You can't ask that.
Who asked that question?
Parkland 2015.
I know that is.
Okay. Mike Hilton or Jeremy Chin, IDP?
I'll go Hilton.
Yeah, we'll get a little Minshew turnover there. Sure. IDP is cool. It's fine.
How many playoffs are you alive in?
What's that?
How many playoffs are you still alive in?
I don't know. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Ben, you?
3.
Okay, last question. Pick 2. AJ Brown, Julio Jones, Mike Davis. Yeah, Julio's probably not going to play, so that can't be the last.
The wide receivers if Julio plays.
Goff or Cousins?
Goff.
It's a good final question. Goff.
That is a good question. One more final question from Roman. You told me to sit Kareem Hunt for James Conner. I forgive you because I won. But this week, should I start Chubb and Hunt?
Over Connor, yes.
Over Connor, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you all very much for listening. You're a team taker, heart acres. That's pretty good. Don't go messing around. Yeah, you're a heartbreak. I like that, Fat Pat the River Rat. Of course you could come up with the musical parody. We love it. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, guys and girls out there. We'll talk to you on Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll get those lineups set. Don't forget to watch HQ for some signing day coverage all day long, 9 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. For Jamey and Ben and Liz, I'm Adam. Have a great night, everybody.
Candy Crush it.
Oh.